Hello everyone, Emily here. I went to Michael's. I wasn't going to go in. I was going to Five and Below, and some woman came out at Michael's that was right next door with his 2 bags full of yarn. So I had to go in to see what kind of sale they were having. And they had this Bernat Blanket Big. It is so thick. They had this on sale for, I think it was $7 a skein. So I got the last two that was there. They were all gone. There was only 2 left. And then I went and bought 2 more, and it was $17.99 for 1 skein, and then I got the next one for half price. So I got a total of 4 skeins, and I want to make a blanket. It's so pretty. This one's purple. The other ones, of course, are all different colors. So I'm going to go ahead and try to find the middle part here. And I'm going to make a blanket. And, ooh, look at there. Here's the middle. Came out. So the Stitch and Win, I don't know if this is over or not, but this was the only one that was on sale. The other one that I got is the same exact yarn. It just doesn't say Stitch and Win, so it wasn't on sale. So I am starting, of course, my blankets for Christmas. I want to make quite a few so I can make one for my grandkids. My daughter has 5 children. My son has 3. My other son has 1. And then I want to make some for adults. So I'm using my big blue crochet hook that I got at Walmart. You can find these at Walmart and Joann's Fabrics. I looked at Michael's when I was there, and I didn't see, they were sold out of so much stuff. This is a 15.75 millimeter, which, oh my goodness, look at how puffy and big and fat this is next to this needle. This is going to be a really nice blanket, and since this yarn is so chunky, I think this blanket is going to work up really fast, so I'm very excited. I made a slip knot. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and make a chain. So I'm just going to grab my yarn and bring it through. Pull it up. And I'm going to make this how long I want my blanket to be, because I'm going to do a repeat row on this blanket. Wow, this yarn is so chunky. I think I could have even used a bigger needle. This is the biggest needle I have, so this is what I'm using. Look at that. Wow, I gotta say, I've never used this before. Raising my children, my 3 kids at home, that I really was lucky to be able to buy a skein here and there. And so I only bought like Red Heart. And now that Walmart has that, their brand, I use that a lot. Now my kids are all raised and gone, I can start buying some more expensive yarns. And I buy more, and maybe that's why I'm so addicted to buying yarn. I'm addicted to buying yarn. I'd love to have lots of yarn. I can never have enough yarn in my totes. So this is working up really nice. It's so pretty. I can see my stitches really nicely. It's so big. Just gotta get my groove on here. Pull it out a little bit. I made a chain of 40, and I'm going to make one more chain, 40 plus 1, and then I'm going to go into the stitch here. Not the one that I just completed, but the next one. So when I go back and forth, if I want to count to make sure I'm right on the ball, I'll always have 40 stitches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right into the top loop. I'll pull my yarn through. I'm going to grab my yarn and pull it through both those loops. And I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to skip the next stitch. I'm going to go into the next one. I'm going to do a single crochet, so I'm going to grab my yarn and pull it through. Grab my yarn and pull it through. Once I start going, I'll probably get the hang of it really well. And then I'm going to chain 1. Wow. This stitch is huge. Probably about 3.5 inches long. So this blanket is going to work up super duper quick. But it's so puffy and soft, and even by skipping one, you really can't see an opening. So I'm going to go back and forth, and what I'm going to do is, this is one stitch right here in itself. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go into these openings, chain 1, and then go into the next opening. So that's going to be my repeat. So yeah, this yarn is fantastic. I'm going to skip one because I chained one. I'm going to skip one and go into the next one. I'm going to go in through one loop. Maybe I should grab it way back here. Grab it, pull it through. Oops, that was too much. I know I'm going to catch my groove once I start going. Grab my yarn, I'm going to bring it through both those loops. And I'm going to chain 1. Pretty amazing. Here at the last stitch, since I did multiples of 2, because I did exactly 40, I am going to end right here on my last stitch. I'm going to go in and do my last one. I'm hoping it gets easier as I go. So chunky. And I'm going to chain 1. Now I'm going to turn my work. Look at that. This is the back of the blanket, and you can see really easy the openings here. That's a whole stitch right there. So I chained 1 and turned. I'm going to go into this first opening here, and I'm going to do a single crochet, just like I have been doing. And then chain 1. I'm going to skip the stitch, and I'm going to go right into my chain 1 opening, and I'm going to do a single crochet. And I'm going to do that all the way across. I'm going to chain 1. That's where I went into. Here's my stitch, and I'm going to go into the next chain 1 opening. Oh yeah, it's getting easier now, so I'm going to whip right through this. And I'm going to chain 1. Go into the next chain 1 opening. You can see, wow. That is really chunky. Look at my hand. It's like my second row and it's already covering all my fingers. And it's so soft and it's thick. So I'm just going to keep going all the way to the end. I'm at the end. Look at this, how pretty it is. And it's so thick and it's big, it's huge. So I'm at the end and I'm just going to go ahead and go into this last stitch. And then I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to turn around and go again. And when I'm not on screen, I'm holding this baby up in front of me. Literally holding it up and crocheting, like holding it up. And that makes it a lot easier. I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to turn it. And I'm going to do the same thing all over again. And I have 4 different colors. I don't know how far these skeins will get me, but I'm going to use this whole skein of purple before I change my colors. And then when I change my colors, I will come back and show you how far this skein got me. So I bought 4, and I just decided that I will see how far these 4 get me. And then if I need to, I can just go back and buy more colors. And there's not going to be the only pattern is going to be 1 skein of each color. So I'm just going to continue on. I am going to go into that first one because I'm not going to count this as my stitch. I decided because I don't want this to start getting loopy. The last thing I want to do is get to the end and turn around and then have to take it all apart. Chain 1. Now I'm going to go over here in the next one, and it's really easy to see these openings. I'm not struggling to see those at all. So you can see if I take my time, I'm not in a hurry, it's not that tough to pull it through. Look how far I've gotten. Putting on my 3rd color. I only bought 4 colors, and it looks like I'm only getting maybe 4 or 5 rows out of each color. And I'm not ending my colors at the row. Wherever I run out, that's where I change my color, because I don't want to waste any of this yarn. And yeah, I absolutely love this color. I don't know if it's a coral. I don't know. It's absolutely beautiful. So after this color, I have a baby blue to add. And this is so thick. You know, I'm thinking this would make a really good rug too, like maybe a bathroom rug. It's beautiful. My edges are nice and straight. It's so pretty. The farther I'm getting, the easier it's becoming. I would definitely work with this again. See my blanket? I put all 4 of my skeins on. So I have blue, this beautiful coral, this beige, and purple. I absolutely love it. It's so thick. It's very thick. It's really soft. And I am going to go to the store and buy me a few more skeins and keep going. I just love it. I hope you liked the tutorial. Please subscribe so you can come back and see what I'm doing later on. Give me a thumbs up, and you have a great day. Bye.